And he is immediately met. The backfield runs through the contact and then throws a shoulder for good measure. Revenge on this team this year. That is true. High in the air. Right center field. Brandon comes in. Welcome to 2025.
Edwards pulls off and buries it. Richardson drives out for Robbie Ryan. Her three right on the money.
Takes his shot for Derby. Flag out. Doesn't matter. Touchdown.
Clearer conditions than usual, but all in all, a fantastic evening for high-level NCAA softball and 41 RBIs. And she's going to have 42. A single into right field, and the Sun Devils score first. Townsend, with the snap throw down the third base line, is behind in the count of strike. Schuler, high fly ball, left field. If it's fair, it's gone, and it is gone! 2-1 BYU on Haley Schuler's 9th home run of the season.
Just incredible by Danica Acosta to sneak in that out for BYU.
Acosta busy again. Oh, and aggressive base running pays off for Arizona State as Wendell is safe at first. Again for Arizona State, here's Tanya Wendell. And Wendell going opposite field. That'll drop fair right on the line into the corner. This could be 3. Wendell is going to have a 2-out triple. Wow. Took it back as you tied it up, and we've been stuck at 2, and that's going to do it. Kaylee Pond delivers a 2-out RBI single. It's 3-2 Sun Devils.
Get hit all the time, but for it to break your arm.
That is into the gap. One hops the wall. Morrow rounding third. She's going to be sent home, and Haley Morrow scores a run in her senior weekend as a pinch runner. And we're tied at 3. How about that? The 3-2. It's hit well, center field, tailing away from Bennett. Off the base of the wall, that'll score 2. Ashley Mejia A 1-out, 2 RBI double gives Arizona State a 5-3 lead.
Change up again right here.
It is a fastball. This could be 2, and the Sun Devils turn it. They get Owen sliding into second and Schuler at first. On a rope to center field and over the glove of Bennett. I mean, an absolute laser. And Samantha Swan delivers an RBI double. It makes it 6-3 here in the top of the 6th inning.
They can.
And that'll be a seeing eye single for Chester. That drives in 2 more runs. It's now 8-3 Arizona State. The Sun Devils in charge late in this game. And ultimately running out of gas here in the 6th. And good play by Acosta. Throw is offline, and that's going to allow another runner to score. Tough break for BYU's defense. Just tell our head coach Courtney, no, I'll play. Schuler, shallow left field, and the catch is made. That ends the game on a 3-1 pitch. Schuler saw something she liked from Silva, but Acuna makes her 2nd catch of the 7th, and Arizona State wins game 1 of the 3-game weekend set by a final of 9-4.
What is up, everybody? Happy Friday, whatever you call it there. Welcome into Pitchfork Lunches. I am Michael Caratino at Diablo005_ on X, the artist formerly known as the Twitter. You know it, you love it. Check out the show live there every day, Monday through Friday, 12 to 1. And Pitchfork Lunches, did you know this? You can also go to the wonderful world of IG and check out the show there as well, too. All you gotta do is go to Instagram. You see my name, Michael Caratino, but it's Michael.Caratinudo.5. Add a dot between first and last name, .5 at the end, and then guess what? Yeah, then guess what? You're there on IG. You're watching live every day. All the good stuff, my friends. All the good stuff. So, again, don't be bashful. Go there. And last but not least, Pitchfork Lunchers, you know it, the YouTube channel. Go to YouTube and watch live. Yes, I do want you to watch live. But you need to subscribe because, you know, for you veteran Pitchfork Lunchers, absolutely, forks up. You know, I'm glad you're here. Always love you joining me. Interaction, everything, messages, all that good stuff. Absolutely love it. So, but for you new Pitchfork Lunchers, the vets know what I'm going to say. I'm glad you're here. Forks up, I'm glad you're here. But shame on you. Where have you been? Because you have missed a plethora of phenomenal con-reviews here on Pitchfork Lunch, whether it be coaches, players, voices, insiders, alum, alum for many different generations, SIDs, associate ADs actually, and an AD as well too. So, and yes, we definitely have to send a message and get him on very, very soon. I know it flies by. It does. It flies by. But anyway, go to YouTube. You guys know how to get there. You see my name, Michael Caratinudo. But my page is at M as in Michael, V as in Victory, C as in Champ 005 at MVC005 on YouTube, and subscribe. Again, you miss a lot of great con reviews, like I said. And you're like, wait, what are con reviews? Well, they're interviews, yes, but it's conversations, y'all. So that's the one thing. It is definitely, we don't always, obviously, I don't ask the people that come on that have been on, friends of the program that have been on multiple times, the same thing. That would be pretty boring. You wouldn't like it. Well, first of all, they would be pretty bored. You would be really bored. And what's the point of the show? So that being said, it's very, very just important that you, again, catch up, because, like I said, when you missed a lot, you can binge watch season 1, keep watching season 3, binge watch season 2, keep watching season 3. And then, not that I'm trying to rush anything, is I know fall sports are getting into their final stretch, or spring sports are getting into their final stretch. And guess what? I don't want to rush through that, but by the time season 4 starts in the fall, you'll be all caught up. So when we have certain people on, certain guests and everything, you'll be like, oh yeah, it's like, oh hey, I remember when they said, like I said, there are some things that of course are going to be, as when I have a coach on about sport, it's going to be the same. But I digress, because you'll still be caught up and you'll be ready to go. And again, it's just going to keep going like this. Still a few more coaches we got to get on. But still a few more coaches we got to get on. But hey, that will come. So, and before we get out of here too, we're going to talk to Coach Winkworth, the women's soccer coach, about obviously the World Cup coming up this summer here in the U.S. You guys know it. U.S., Canada, and Mexico, I should say. So yes, definitely subscribe to the YouTube channel. Watch live. He watched live, but subscribe. Again, I said M as in Michael, V as in Victory, C as in Champ 005 at MVC005 on YouTube. Subscribe away. So you saw with the lead into the show, softball dominates, absolutely dominates BYU 9-4 yesterday, 9-3. Sorry about that. Yeah, so it was nine to 4. Yes, was the final. Kenzie Brown, another solid outing. Again, it's always tough playing up in Provo, but I showed you the highlights. Again, they didn't show a ton because, again, broadcast, is one of those things where, they showed up the hits that she gave up, but what they didn't show is her just absolutely rocking it. Brown started the game, went 6 innings. They had a lead, but She's now 13-6. She went 6 innings, gave up 4 hits, 4 runs, 3 were earned. 9 Ks, my friends. Yes, I know. 1 short of the double digits that she always spoils us with because she is just she is the dominator. They call her the absolute smashing dominator. So 9 Ks to just 3 walks. She threw 126 total pitches. 79 were strikes. One batter did have a 10 pitch at bat. I was going to say a 10 at bat pitch. But a 10 pitch at bat, fighting stuff off, and I think ended up getting a walk. But nonetheless, either way, she gets the win. And then Aisa Silva pitched the 7th inning. No hits, no runs, no runs. No Ks, did give up 2 walks. She threw 26 pitches, and 13 of those were strikes. So, by the way, Kinsey Brown's ERA, is 2.56. Now it has dropped to an even 2.50. So, again, it is there. And offensively, guys, you saw it. I mean, Tanya Wendell yesterday, 2 for 3, hit by another pitch, by the way, but she was 2 for 3, drove in 1, scored 2, had that triple that you saw as well. So she had a single and a triple. Yeah, drove in 1, scored 2. Kaylee Pond, 2 for 4, drove in 1, scored 1, also had a walk. Sam Swan was 1 for 4 with a double, as she was 1 for 4 with a double. Was Samantha Swan yesterday, 1 for 4 with a double. Also drew a walk. And, she had an RBI as well. She drove in 1, had a walk as well. Emily Shep, kids, you talk about Coach seeing, everybody's seen it, but just kind of, I started mentioning her a little bit back, and she literally yesterday, perfect at the plate, 4 for 4, drove in 1, scored 1. All 4 were singles, but 4 for 4. Her average, she's now up to 350. Is Emily Shep, who is just seeing everything. Squaring it up. I mean, just like Swan and again Wendell at the top. This lineup just in general, but so she was, like I said, 4 for 4. Katie Chester, 2 for 4, drove in 2, scored 1. Jasmine Roberts was 0 for 3 yesterday. Ryan Brown, pinch hitting, was 0 for 1. But Ashley Mejia, 2 for 3. Yeah, 2 for 3. Drove in 2. Had a double. And then Brooklyn Ulrich was 0 for 3, but she did score a run. She got hit by a pitch, came around and scored. Tiare Ho Ching was 0 for 3 as well yesterday. But you look at that, I mean, Brooklyn Ulrich at 321. Yazzie Avila, who didn't get an at-bat, but, she was walked. She was 0 for 0. Again, got a total base. And, but no, she's, I mean, you look at this lineup, and even including pinch hitters and substitutions, but Tiare Ho Ching, at 241. Brooklyn Ulrich at 321, Yazzie Avila at 306, Ashley Mejia at 333, Ryan Brown, pinch hitting. She's at mostly all pinch hitting. She's at 250. Jasmine Marie Roberts at 264. Katie Chester, 349. Emily Shep, like I said, up to 350. Corey Scholl, who pinch runs, she's gotten some hits too, but she scored a run, but she's batting 667. Again, not with the qualifying at-bats, but you get what I'm saying. And then Sam Swan, back up to 404, right? Kaylee Pond up to 333. Yaya Acuna is actually at 265. She was 1 for 1 yesterday, and when she came in left field, took over for Tanya Wendell, and she was 1 for 1. She's up 265. And Tanya Wendell, the aforementioned, she's back over 400, 402. So you have Swan at 404, and Wendell at 402, just absolutely crushing it, seeing the ball. And you saw from the highlights there, and I'll play them again a little bit later. But it's, I mean, again, taking game 1 from BYU, you take game 2 today, you win the series. They definitely need to take 2 or 3. But like I said, they should, if they sweep them, they win today, they're 10-13. They win tomorrow, they're 11-13 in conference. Again, chance to jump up because everybody else is starting their series tonight. Game 1s are tonight. Again, Utah taking on that team down south in Salt Lake City, though. Yeah, the Devils are now 36-16, the most wins. Man, force up to Coach Bartlett. Again, friend of the program, always been gracious with her time, always great catching up with her, talking to her. Just, again, dominating as she has. But I mean, what she's done. Oh, by the way, real quick, if you're coming out to the women's tennis match at 1 p.m., the UCLA, they put out an update about 15, 20 minutes ago, but it says UCLA and SDSU, that's San Diego State. I know you smart. I know you doubles know that, but, you know, the people you know who needs to know what that is running long. So our match will be pushed back with an estimated start time yet to be determined. Stay tuned for more updates on our match versus Denver. So, yeah, it won't start exactly at 1. So, yeah, it won't start exactly at 1, but it'll be pushed back. You know, State Press did a thing on Coach Barlow was going to say. It says she's, changing ASU softball culture on and off the field. And again, being around, like I said, when Trisha Ford left, it was, a lot of players that she brought in that wanted to play for her. And you can understand that, but maybe they did, maybe they didn't. You know, Coach Bartlett, I'm saying, as I recall, she, got a chance to talk to most of them, but some had already, like, Coach Ford was gone. They hit the portal, and that was that. And it was a tough first season. But I mean, to be at 36 wins right now, I mean, think about that. I mean, 2 straight 35-plus win seasons, and now that's what they are. They're 36 and 16, 36 and 16. Like I said, 9 and 13 in conference play right now. 23 and 12 at home, and now up to 11 and 4 on the road. Again, it is money. I know at Kansas, like I said, at KU, it was tough. They won the first game, dropped the second 2. And then down south, they did the same thing, won the first game in dominating fashion, as you know. And but like I said, 36 and 16, I mean, a 692 winning percentage. You know, you win today, bumps it up a little bit more, but and by the way, the game today that you can check out on ESPN Plus, I know I told you that yesterday, but is at 5 o'clock, just like yesterday's game. Yeah, 5 o'clock Mountain Standard Time here. So again, 5 p.m. Come out to tennis again, just getting pushed back a little bit. Come out to tennis. Check out softball on ESPN Plus. Also check out baseball because they're at UCF. We'll get to that in a second. But yeah, I mean, Coach Bartlett, I mean, is you think she took over, you know, in the summer of 22. Yeah, because it was a 23 season, which would have been our first. And I mean, she said this, but in the articles that is out right now, win games and build successful women off the field. And she'll say it all the time. One of she said, you know, I'm proud of the young women that we're raising in this program, Coach Bartlett said. We've made tremendous strides in the past couple seasons. And she talked about this on the show too. And we had her on preseason, you know, not just obviously developing players, but, you know, how they are as people. And yes, meshing, you know, looking in the transfer portal and seeing what they do. Well, again, Coach Bartlett does a hell of a job with it. Because, yeah, you got to mesh. It's got to be the right player. You heard Coach Dillingham say that. I mean, sometimes you're going to say no. It could be like, yeah, you want to get really good players and really good people. And yes, I mean, there's a line, but that certain player might not just be a fit in the whole locker room. So as tough as it may be, like, you just have to say, you know, it's not a fit here, and say no to somebody that, you know, inevitably is very talented enough to help you win games. But, you know, and Coach saying, you know, we've done it right. We've done it the right way. On the back of just some really loyal, gritty, blue-collar, wonderful women who are going on to accomplish great things in life and be great moms and great wives. We put a high value, you know, on that here. And, you know, she talked about it on the show. But, yeah, I mean, she is, again, they've just absolutely rocked it. And like I said, I mean, you know, you think Tiare Ho Ching, Astrid Mejia, as freshman last year, like coming in, like part of this, like, yeah, you're pretty much playing. And we saw, you know, the defense. And yes, you know, they started, you know, delivering hits. Obviously, you're high school, but, you know, even club, yes, you're seeing good pitchers, but now you're seeing, like, you know, cream of the crop. And especially then when you're seeing your own, you know, obviously in practice, I'm sure the first few times that Ashley and Tiare faced Kenzie, talking about last year, like, it was kind of like, oh, okay. And then, I mean, even like, you know, Amika Lupi last year, like, same thing. Like, but it's just building and getting those kids in, and then you start winning, and then it's like, yeah, then you get in more, you know, living rooms, because yes, winning is going to breed success. So, man, just stoked for Coach Bartlett, again, friend of the program, Forks Up, and stoked for these women. I know I say the girls a lot, but again, it's just, you know, it's like hockey. The boys are on the ice. But nonetheless, either way, big one tonight at 5. Got to get that second win win the series. And again, they can jump up in the standings. So, hey, we're going to take a quick break. When we get back, though, on the other side, we're going to preview baseball. We'll talk more about softball. We'll get more into it, a little bit more about softball. Lacrosse as well, too. Oh, man. Women's lacrosse went to Gainesville for the Big 12s, and they played Colorado, guys. And I said chip on the shoulder. Well, it was a little bit of a different game. But, the Devils, they were right there. They were right there. So we'll step aside. On the other side, though, again, like I said, little baseball, lacrosse, and obviously tennis. Keep you updated on that, but it's not going to start exactly at 1. So we'll step aside, have more Pitchfork Lunch coming right up. Showing a little defense, a little striking out there, a little more defense, obviously. Like I said, Emily Shep down at third base. That was the final out. And again, she wanted to do double plays that inning. So she gets the ball, ground ball, steps on third, fires it across to first to get this needed the one more out. But it wasn't a force at third. So needed a tag, but either way, I love that play. And then you see the big, obviously, strikeout, one of the strikeouts last weekend by Kenzie Brown. Kids just crushing it. I mean, when you look at and on the season, No. But now that brings her. She's over 200 strikeouts. I told you that. I mean, you heard that on senior day when, again, I play the videos for you guys, again, honoring the seniors, and again, just absolutely awesome. But yeah, Coach Bartlett, phenomenal job, just again getting, building a team. And she's, guys, we talked about it, she played at Notre Dame. The first time I had her on, like, as competitive as she was, and as, again, coaching, and it was yeah, she wasn't just sitting here to be like, oh, it's paradise and it's nice out, so yeah, we'll just, try to get some good players in and, hang out on the softball field. No, I know she wouldn't say that, but you get what I'm saying. But yeah, you look at Brown on the season. She's now 13-6 in 28 appearances. She's 13-6 with a 2.50 ERA. She has started 22 games. She has 12 complete games, 4 shutouts, also has 3 saves. But she has pitched 128 2/3 innings. She has given up 81 hits, 59 runs. 46 of those are only 46 of those are earned. 220 Ks, my friends, to 66 strikeouts. I mean, again, it's over 3-1. And then she's given up 15 doubles, 3 triples, 16 home runs. And that's the thing. You talk about it all the time. Before we get to baseball, real quick, and talking to the team dad, obviously, Mike Wendell, Tanya Wendell's dad, who, again, in charge of the tailgates. And, man, forks up to him. Again, I know I showed you guys, he got honored. But just, man, I mean, the tailgate, the packing up, everything he does. Yeah, people are like, well, and again, obviously no one's complaining. It's just, it is awesome. The atmosphere that he's, brought other parents out there of players, come in and stuff like that. So yeah, it is awesome. And, I mean, I hope he keeps doing it, but obviously Tanya's moving on. But it's this team, though, and like you said, like, it's the 220 strikeouts that Brown has. It is just absolutely dominating. But the thing is, the 16 home runs, like I'm saying, is you don't have to. I mean, yes, you have to have a good swing, but a lot of times, if you get one of those, 70 and up rise balls and you catch it, or a fastball, the fastball, is kind of maybe coming in. But if you just, you're swinging normal, you get your bat to it, like, the power it has on the ball, that ball's going to go a really long way. So, again, it is a double-edged sword. Most of the times, obviously, these pitchers, I mean, it's just like this. Oops. Oh, no. That's another strike. Getting a double play that she didn't need to count. But that's what I'm talking about for Kenzie Brown. And you just locked in. And yeah, really chance to play. Brown goes to Texas Tech down. It's the defense there. And again, Brooklyn Ulrich, talk about how she's seen Tiara grow and how she's a local kid, how she's been able to do, come back here, a fifth year, and again, just solid up the middle defensively. And like Coach Barlow said to me, and I was talking about in interviews, but said to me, Emily Shep is just like, yeah, I'll play third. Oh, and somebody, I need to go over and play first. Okay, I'll go play first for a little bit. And it's just, again, awesome to see. Yes, that attitude. But it is, I mean, again, speaks volumes of obviously the kind of players that Coach Bartlett and the staff want in. But man, it is just fun to watch. So they get that win. Baseball, though, guys, as I told you, they are taking on UCF in Orlando. And after this weekend, they're coming back as they head back towards Arizona. They're going to stop in Missouri and take on the Tigers in a midweek game before hosting Oklahoma State. But yeah, it's actually 3 p.m. On ESPN Plus. 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, which is 6 o'clock in Orlando. So they will be 3 p.m. today, 3 p.m. tomorrow, and 10 a.m. Sunday, so which is 1 o'clock there. So, yeah, a little bit earlier. And like I said, they play Mizzou on Tuesday, so they'll get out of there tomorrow evening, get over to Missouri, and that'll be awesome to see what they do there too. I don't know if that's on ESPN Plus. I don't see it listed, but it doesn't mean that it's not. But yeah, when we look at the baseball standings, again, like I said, the Devils fighting for still the regular season Big 12 title. Is Kansas says 17-4, they're 14-7, 3 games. So again, if Kansas drops drops 2 or 3 this weekend, which I think they're taking on Oklahoma State, if I was correct, who the Devils play next. Oh no, they're taking on the team down south. Oh gosh. Oh. Well, I mean, they're doing so horrid in the standings that if they can somehow take, they're 7-14. They take 2 or 3, they'd be 9-15. But then Kansas would be 18-6. The Devils sweep, they'd be, which would be tough because UCF is 14-7 as well. But the Devils would be 17-7, obviously. But Devils take 2 or 3. You take 2 or 3, and you go 16-8. Again, I know we got to play the games, and I know you tell me that, and I don't. You know me, I usually don't talk about scenario standings, and there's, like I said, a lot of baseball, a teeny chunk of nice baseball left to figure it out. But that's where the Devils are at, as you guys know, and of course, when you look at stats, and I mean, like I said, Landon Harrison, who's been over 400 all year. Well, that was weird. So, Senor, or as they're calling him, Harry Bonds, is second in the Big 12 in batting average, as Jesse Russinek of Texas Tech is batting .442. Harrison's batting .436. Yeah, Harrison's batting .436, and Gavin Kelly's having trouble seeing. He's batting .394, but that's the closest. Those two are by far and away chasing the average title. And when you look at the home runs in the Big 12, Harrison has the lead, 25, as Quentin Coates of Cincinnati has 23, and Richie Collin, Coach Quentin. Colin Ritchie of Oklahoma State has 22, pardon me. But the main point of that is Harrison's leading the Big 12, and Dean Toigo is 7th for the Devils, as he's tied for 7th. Oh, well, they don't tie. He has 16 home runs, and so does Tyson LeBlanc of Kansas. They're at 16. So, but yeah, I mean, chasing the ASU single season home run record when people aren't pitching to him. When you look at, he also, I think he's 2nd or 3rd, 4th, 5th. Oh, he's 13th in walks. He's got 32. But Jordan Bach of Kansas has 43. He's been walked 43 times. Logan Hughes of Texas Tech at 40. And then Sawyer Stronsider. I don't know why they do. I don't know. Sawyer Stronsider of TCU has 39, as does Grant Gallagher of K-State. Brock Thompson of Oklahoma State has 38, as does Caden Ferraro of Texas Tech. Then you got a few guys at 34. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys at 34, and then one at 33, and then Harrison leading the group of 32. There's 4 of them. So, but yeah, I mean, he'll keep climbing that because teams, first base is open. They're have no problem putting him on because, and I love the chance at Phoenix Community. I wish they could. It travels. They play a little chicken box chance and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I mean, guys, just think about that, guys. Willie Bloomquist. I mean, talking about this team and saying that loss to New Mexico State was, embarrassing, and understanding that, like, he knows, yes, there's another team out there, and if you're not gonna, stick to your plan or execute your plan, now, yes, there's another team out there that's trying to get you to stop executing your plan, as you guys well know. The phenomenal alum Coach Bloomquist knows that very, very well. But to the same point, like when you're getting away from things and he's in the dugout noticing it, then that's the issue. So, but talking about this, like he said throughout, his time here, player accountability to each other and just communication. And you have somebody like a very even-keeled New Contratus who's had I know you've heard it a million times, like a broken record, but how to deal with injuries and coming back and grinding and coming back. And I say injuries more than once, and even this year, then, being the designated hitter, because coach is like, at least we can get that bat in the lineup. And yeah, he doesn't have to run full speed. And yeah, he doesn't have to run full speed. So he doesn't want him, trying to, no pun intended, but lay out any triples. Hit a home run, take a try. Yeah, easier said than done. Yes, I know. But to have that in the lineup, and then obviously, we saw what Harrison as a freshman, as he started, as the season went on, as a freshman, of course, there's, highs and lows, and every freshman is going to have it. But we saw what, he did last year, and Coach Bloom was talking about that. And, he mentioned in that one presser telling what do you say? He's like, I think Compton and Tobias were razzing him. That he says, "Oh, it's really cute. You can't hit for power." And they're like, "Leave." He's like, "Hey, leave him alone. Stop talking to him about that." Which again, you love obviously the banter, the team banter, and coach. But having the thumb, just like again, having the pulse of his team, and if you saw Willie Bloomquist play here or in his very, very long and solid, successful career in the Major League Baseball, you know what I'm talking about. But it's one of those things where when you watch this team play, and again, it's, things have to be right defensively. You can't, make certain errors. And sometimes, with the pitching, and he has no problem saying what the issue was. And people say, oh, it's like, oh, well, why would a coach call somebody out in a presser? He's not calling them out. He's not saying, guys, being around Willie Bloomquist, and the most successful coaches are all going to be like this. They're not saying anything to us that they haven't said to the team. They just wanted to echo and get out there and echo more to the team or, a person, but just a group of it. So yeah, he's got the pulse of his team and absolutely love it. But defensively, you think of, Isaiah Jackson being gone. You think of, oh man, okay, and as a designated hitter, the bat that he was, Brandon Compton, and then Tobias obviously at first base. But it just all, you got to hit the portal and getting the full amount of scholarships. He talked about that. Absolutely works. So I'm just stoked. But like I said, they are taking on UCF. 3 p.m. today, ESPN Plus. But yeah, think about it. They are 31-14, 14-7 in conference play. You gotta love that. They've won 3 in a row in general, but they've They're 22-7 at home, 8-4 on the road. Yes, that's how you get to postseason. You better be good. You better be at least 500 on the road, but taking care of business at home. And 22-7, with Oklahoma State coming up next at home, the next home matchup for them, that's huge. But make no mistake about it, kids. This team, and again, Cole Carlone on the mound tonight. I talked about what he did, what he's been doing, and yeah, it's but yeah, and guys, we're not going to get out of here again. Forks up, man. Hell of a run by women's lacrosse. Who fell, well, put it this way. I said it'd be a little more feisty, and they gave up. They fell to Colorado in the Big 12 tournament, but they gave up 6 less goals. Again, defense tightened up, and they scored 2 more than they did the first time. But nonetheless, Colorado did win 13-7. So that, what the heck, man? Okay, well, I can't get. See if the recap does anything. Because for some reason, and it did this to me last night. No, the recap is literally just oh man. Well, 13-7. I'll work on getting that because again, they deserve. We talked about what they did yesterday. They had a hell of a season, and they absolutely are rocking it or rocked it. So, and these seniors, I mean, had a hell of a run for Coach Van Thaw Fuels. But yes, women's tennis, again, pushed back. It's not starting in 5 minutes. It is pushed back a little bit. I didn't see. Yeah, I didn't see any other updates yet, but it's just pushed back from 1. But I wonder maybe let's see if they put anything else up for the Big 12 regular season champs. And by the way, I kind of buried lead on this one. Amelia Veriaranite was the Big 12 Player of the Year for the Devils. Absolutely crushed it. They had first-team All-Americans. She was the Big 12 Player of the Year. and on the first team in singles. Yeah, I'm going to get to see. This is what we're going to wrap on because four Sun Devils earn all Big 12 honors, and Veriani wins the Big 12 Player of the Year. Amelia she's the first Sun Devil, and this is now I feel bad. I mean, softball, yes, awesome getting one, but first Sun Devil in program history to earn a Player of the Year honor in any conference. Now, granted, tennis was gone for a little bit, but she boasts a 14-3 record in singles this spring, all from the number one position, and became the sixth Sun Devil in program history to reach 30 singles wins. Again, Pac-10, Pac-12, lots of talented tennis players. It's like when Marta Levinska a few years ago, JJ Van Niel, in women's volleyball was a player there. I was like, I could not believe, I know it's not easy. And I've said it to you guys, and you guys know that I know it's not easy, as you know as well too. But I just, again, it could have been close with a lot of talent, and I'm just like, damn. But yes, so forks up to Amelia. That is absolutely awesome. And to give you the rest of, Veriana Wright, Amelia Veriana Wright, was the Player of the Year. The newcomer of the year was Vivian Ovrutsky of ASU, a transfer student, but she crushed it this year too. But all Big 12 first team singles, there is 3 from the Devils, and Ovrutsky, Sarah Svetak, and Amelia Veriani. So we're all first team. And then second team doubles, Lily Taylor, who is a sophomore, and Ovrutsky were also second team doubles. So again, forks up to them, man. I mean, Coach Jackson, again, her second year, getting these players in the tennis, golf. I mean, tennis, because again, you can work, with somebody's friend. Yes, people might have different things that are going to work for them, but I mean, it's that individual team sport, except for when you're playing doubles. So again, then it's a doubles team sport. No, but forks up to them, man. So hey, forks up to tennis. I'm going to get out there. I know it hasn't started yet, but I'm headed over there. I know you guys, I told you that. So if you're headed out there, again, don't be bashful. Don't be bashful. Hit me up. Again, at Diablo005_ on X, ours formerly known as a Twitter. Michael.Kirchner.5. Or again, YouTube, guys, go to the YouTube channel, watch live, but do subscribe again, because you have missed a lot. Again, showing you highlights today, going through matchups today, and we'll have a lot of sound on Monday. That I guarantee you, my friends. So you're not going to want to miss that. But at Diablo005_ on X, ours formerly known as Twitter, my IG, Michael.Kirchner.5, the YouTube channel. It's at M as in Michael, V as in Victory, C as in Champ, 005, at MVC005 on YouTube. Those are all your avenues. And again, just hit me up. Any comments, suggestions, thoughts, keep it on the up and up. Even if you're from that school down south, yes, I do take conversation and stuff from them. And yes, when I am talking trash back and kidding around civilly with you, just, you don't have to write and explain that you do this, you didn't mean any. I know it's hard for you for people from the school down south to comprehend, both roads at the same time. Anyway, so yes, but I will see you Monday, same bat time, same bat channel. Have a phenomenal and safe Sun Devil weekend. Again, lots of video, lots of sound. Maybe a guest on Monday, maybe Tuesday, Monday or Tuesday for the one guest I've been telling you about, but I'm not telling you exactly who, because again, industry, man, got to keep you wondering. So I will see you then. Have a most phenomenal rest of your Friday and weekend. And you guys know, thanks to reigning back-to-back Big 12 champs in women's volleyball, it is hashtag our state. You guys know that. School Down South, that's for you. It is hashtag our state. So, again, let's go Rocket. Again, baseball this weekend, UCF, softball, game 2 and 3. Game 2 tonight in Provo. Tennis, again, this weekend, man, they're out here. So I'll be out here. Hit me up. Nonetheless, have a most phenomenal rest of your Friday. You guys know it. Go Devils. And as always, yes, we honor Pat Tillman every day. Pat's right on. You saw it today. Yeah, yes. But as always, forks out.
I went to Arizona State. Right. I'm a Sun Devil, man.
The 27-yard line. That's a great call. Playmaker. Plummer will put it up. Throws over the middle. Pull. Touchdown. Quick flag.
Third down and 5. Levitt swings it to Scatterbo. Scatterbo breaks defenders. Here he goes again. Scatterbo is the running back, and he is immediately met in the backfield, runs through the contact, and then throws a shoulder for good measure.
Chuck this deep this year. That is true. High in the air. Right center field. Brandon Compton. Welcome to 2025. Today. This one the other way. Still going back. That's the drag. Walks up and down.
Edwards pulls off and buries it. Richardson drives out for Robbie Ryan. Her 3 right on the money.
Takes his shot for Derby. Flag out. Doesn't matter.